Hi guys, welcome to this quick Photoshop tutorial. In this tutorial I wanted to show you an overview of the select and masking tool, or the old refine edges tool. What it is to select a subject from and remove it from the background, and place a new background or place it on a new background. Like I said, this is just a quick overview. I'm going to use the magnetic lasso tool to do the selection. There are many other tools in Photoshop to do selections with, but I personally prefer the magnetic lasso tool because I find it does a cleaner job and does a really good job of coming attaching itself to the edges of your subject, and then quickly go around the edges of your subject. Now, like I said before, I'm just rushing through this. When it comes to doing your own project, make sure you zoom in, take your time, and try to get as much of the edge of your subject in as possible. This is the hard part. This is where it takes a bit of time, bit of patience. Almost there, and that's it. Now, once that happens, you will get this select and mask button. So you just click on that, and the new dialog will open. Now, one of the new features in the new select and mask is this onion skin. What it is it shows you the original. So if I go all the way to the left, it will show the original background, and if I go a bit more to the right, it will show you what the subject will look like without the background when you take it out of the background. Now, as you can see, some of these things, some of the edges. So I'll zoom in a bit, and the shift or the space bar to move up. Some of these edges need to come in just a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the refine edges brush here, the brush tool, and brush a bit over the top of my subject so I can reveal a bit more of the selection. Yeah, I just need here a little bit more. And then the refine edges brush, what that does is just make sure your edges are showing. Make sure it refines the edges a little bit more. That's what that is. I'm going to bring down the size of this and just go around the edges again, so it'll refine the edges just a little bit more. If you need to add more in also into your selection, you use the brush tool and you go over the top, and what that does is it's added a bit more into there. And just that's a little bit more to the edges, just to bring out the edges a little bit more. Again, like I said, this is just very quick. When you're doing your one, take your time, just a little bit more. There we go. Okay, zoom out. Now there are a few other sliders or tools you can use. The smooth slider, what that does is smooths out your edges. Take the jaggedness out of your edges. So I'm just going to leave that about 5. The feather is it smooths out your edges. So if I go high, you can see how much it smoothed it out. So if I go to 0, it's gone to the very edge of your selection. The contrast, I'm just going to leave it at 0. The shift edge, what this does, it moves your selection, and if I go to the left, you see it's come down, and you can see the little how much it's removed from more of your edge. But if you want to add more, I would go to about 20%. Just type in 20, and that gives you a little bit more of the edge from your selection. The output, this one I always use the new layer with layer mask. I'll show you why. So now I selected that, I'm going to click OK. Okay, let me zoom back out, and you can see here, here's the new layer with the mask layer. Here's the original layer. So I'm going to turn it off, go back here. Now the reason for this is you can clean it up a little bit more. So if I click on there, choose the foreground in black and choose a brush, and see here, you can see a little bit of the original background. So I'm just going to clean it up there a little bit. Here there's a bit more here. Bring down the size, and like I said, this is just very quick overview, and just clean it up a little bit more. That's it. If you still want to bring a bit more of your edge back, you go to a white, make sure the foreground set to white. With the brush, you just go over the top, and then what it does is it gives you, reveals a bit more of your, brings back a bit more of your subject. So if I just keep going, like if you really want those edges really a bit more sharper, so you can bring back a bit more from the original image. Okay, a bit like that. So that's why it's helpful to always make sure you do a new layer with the mask. So it just helps you clean it up a little bit more. Like for example, down here, I want to maybe remove a bit of this. Yep. And maybe see how the edges are still a bit soft. Bring back a bit more. Basically, this the layer mask is just fine-tuning your subject. And now I'm going to add a new layer. So I'm going to set a new layer under the layer that the selection tool made, the selection made, select a masking made, and then I'm going to set it the white background. That's pretty much it. That's how easy it is to use this feature. Don't forget to comment below and tell us how you use the select and masking tool or refine edges. Thank you for watching.